So this is a Fallout 1 any percent. The first thing you may notice is that my game is like kind of half in Russian, half in English. And the reason for that is because in this speed run we enter and exit combat a lot. Because there's a glitch called the combat glitch, where if you just mash to enter combat manually, you do it before anything can aggro to you. And when you're leaving that manual combat, when like your turn is up, if you mash to enter it again, you can enter it again before anyone can react. So we enter and exit combat a lot. And this game was actually re-released in Russian in like 2008 or 2009 or something like that. And whoever translated did a terrible job of making sure the whole animation was there, and like half the animation is missing for the enter and exit combat, so it's really fast. I'm playing on the Russian game, but I used English patch files, so my game is mainly in English, but random things still aren't in English, like some parts of the HUD and the actual dialogue audio files are in Russian still, even though the options on the screen are Russian. So pretty much what we do right away is run to this military base, and we arm it to pretty much what we need to do is blow up 2 buildings, and that's the speed run. And in between we have to run across the wasteland. So right here we run immediately to the military base and arm it to explode. And again, we just use this combat glitch to get past people. We already armed it to explode, so now we just have to leave. And we also have to walk through all these force fields. So there's like, this run's not too bad with RNG. Like, it's really easy to finish any run with a really decent time. But some random things are RNG, like how much your stim pack will heal you for. So sometimes you have to pop 2 stim packs like this. But yeah, also when I'm like moving diagonally southwest or southeast, if you click with like a certain fast rhythm, then you move faster than just pressing click once. It's called speed clicking, and it's actually like really, really hard to get a good rhythm going. But now that we left the military base, we have to go down to the cathedral. And you'll notice that my screen here is in Russian still. So we got one encounter here. We didn't get any encounters walking to the military base, so that's really good. But we just got to walk all the way down. Now once we're there, we have to we have to enter, and we have to level ourselves up. We have to put a bunch of points into like lockpick, speech, and science, because we're gonna be picking like 5 locks. We have to arm a bomb with science, and then we have to pass like a speech check. Again, every time we enter combat, we just mash A before the screen loads in, and we get control before anyone else. So we're getting unlucky with the encounters here, but it's not too bad. Just gotta leave the combat zone immediately. We're almost at the cathedral. It's right down here. So once we're here, we just gotta enter. It's daytime, so we make a mental note of that, because there's a part later on where enemies spawn in a certain pattern, depending on if it's day or night. So level up lockpick a decent amount, level up science a decent amount. I like to level up science more than lockpick and speech. And then level up speech an okay amount. Speech isn't too important compared to the others, but gotta lockpick this door. And then we're gonna go upstairs, and on each floor we're gonna enter combat, because there's like super mutant guards up here. And if we don't enter combat, then they aggro to us right away. I'm making quick saves throughout most of this, because sometimes the super mutants can still aggro to you regardless of if you're using the combat glitch. So I make quick saves a lot, just to make sure I get through the run really easily. We also have a glitch that we call like the zero glitch. That's what I call it. It's like the zero speech glitch. And it's pretty much, with guys like this, they'll talk to you. You can press 0 and it skips out of the dialogue. And while that dialogue screen was actually fading out, I quick save and quick load real quick in order to skip him going into combat, or cancel him going into combat with me. So now, this is the room of enemies that their spawn pattern depends on whether it's day or night. So I just combat glitched through them. And this like combat glitch was pretty notorious for this game. Like it was actually known about and patched out for Fallout 2, which isn't too common in old games like this. Glitches usually persist through games. But we're gonna pick this last door, enter combat so we can get by these guys and make a quick save. And right now I arm the bomb and enter combat at like, I have to enter combat right when I finish arming the bomb. Otherwise those guys will aggro to me. And that's like a 3-frame trick. It's like a really narrow window, and it's incredibly hard when you're first learning the run. But it gets really, really easy after a while, just to know the timing. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the run. It's a super short run, but it's a classic game everyone loves. So once we get down here, instead of walking out, we just get kicked out by the by that dude. I forget his name right now. And then timer officially stops when the Overseer's dialogue disappears right there. But yeah, that's Fallout 1.